Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's topic, I want to talk about how to find a language learning partner and what to do once you find them. This is an important topic and something a lot of you guys have been asking me, especially the people that are now joining my native Spanish program, which you can find more about in the link below. And the goal is to have conversations with people to actually be able to speak the language. And so in this program, you need to know how to find a language partner, how to find multiple, so you can practice with them as much as you need to. So in this video, we're going to answer exactly that. And let's get started. So, how are you going to find this language partner? You have two options. Either you can do it physically, you can find a friend or a family member, but you have to make sure that they commit to the schedule, or you can find one online. I prefer online. You don't have to drive anywhere. You can do it instantaneously. So there's a lot of different websites that you can go to find a language partner. The one I prefer is italki. It's free, it's fast, it's the one for me. So once I get on there, you need to qualify. It's italki, you have to treat it a little bit like a dating website. Do not use it to date. There's other websites for that. But the way that it works is a little bit like a dating website. There's going to be a lot of strangers and you're going to find which one is the right match for you. So how do we find which one's the right match for you? You're going to have to qualify because there's going to be a lot of people that just aren't simply interested. You're going to send a lot of messages and some aren't going to reply. But some will reply. You're going to talk to them. And if it's a good match, then you're going to be able to have a really good conversation partner. And sometimes those conversation partners end up being your friends. Okay, so welcome. So what I do is I usually log in. If you haven't created an account yet, you can go ahead and sign up. I'm going to log in. And once you're logged in, you're going to see your profile and other different things that they show you. You're going to go to community. This is a little bit hidden. And then you're going to go to find language partners. So here, because they have different services where you can pay people, tutors, teachers. Here's all the people that want to learn for free and exchange languages with you. So what I usually do, and you can have whatever settings you want, but what I usually do is I click native speaker. I don't want someone that's just kind of learned the language. I want someone that actually speaks the language. I don't care really where they're living in at the moment, but I do care where they're from. So what kind of accent do you want to hear? What kind of vernacular? Let's just go for right now with Colombia. They have a nice accent, but of course you can choose Argentina or Spain, and Juanes is from Colombia, so it's a positive. So then gender, I don't care as long as they speak the language. And then for languages, you can put whatever language you can teach them. So for most of you, it's going to be English. So you can see here that there's a bunch of different profiles that you can click from. What I'm looking for really is someone that's vibrant, that I can tell is not just hiding behind the screen, someone that I know is probably going to respond to me, someone that's not like, oh yeah, they're on here like every other month. So I just saw this other profile here, Natalie. She looks nice, she looks vibrant. I love travel music all around the world. Let's see, click on her. So she visited 27 minutes ago, so obviously she's active. She has one teacher, 34 friends. She has a lot of activity on the website, so I'm going to send her a message. And here is where you can send the message that I'm about to show you. So how do you know who's going to be your friend? It's very important to have the first couple of messages be very clear. I've actually spent 3 days before messaging someone, and then by the end of it, realizing that we were not a good match. And I realized that at the end, if I were clear in my first couple of messages, we could have avoided the whole thing. Your time is precious. You want to get this done. So here I have a simple template that I use all the time that you can customize for yourself. I'm also going to put this in the description below so you can just copy and paste and change a couple of words. So here it is. Hey, their name. I saw your profile and would love to help you out with their language. English probably, since you speak English or whatever you speak. I'm looking to practice my French, Spanish, whatever you are, with someone. I'm looking to speak once or twice a week for 15 minutes in each language. Let me know what you think. Talk soon, Michael. Of course, the time can be changed to 15 minutes, half an hour, whatever you choose. So, once you send that out, it's very important. What are they going to respond back with? You have two options that I've seen. One is they're going to be dry and weird. There's two reasons why they're meant to be dry and weird. One is because they're dry and weird. Probably don't talk to them. Excuse yourself. Number two is that they don't have a very good grasp on the language. And this has happened to me before where I've come across as dry because I couldn't speak the language good enough. So maybe that's what's happening to them. But always try to include maybe a smiley face or try to be much more upbeat than you usually are because you don't have the same common language. So you can't see the different intonations and different shades of gray that happen when you're talking to someone. The second option is that they're going to respond well. So once they respond and you have a little bit of a back and forth going on, this is a very crucially important step that you need to perform. And that is to see what their level is, because one of you has to be at least at a medium level that the other one's proficient in. So, for example, if I'm a beginner in Spanish and I speak English as my native language, they need to be at least at an intermediate or advanced in English so that we have some language to communicate in for important things, such as a grammar or about when you have to schedule the meeting times. So you can have a third language to talk about these things, but you need some kind of clear communication where there won't be any misunderstandings, and this is very important. And it's okay if while you're talking, there might be quite a bit of awkward pauses, especially if you're quite new to the language. It's happened to me before, and that's why I'm saying that you need that clear communication, but it's okay if there are pauses. I don't want you to think that just because there are pauses in your conversation that it's not going well. It's going to be moments where none of you are actually really good in that language and you might have these awkward moments, but that's okay. Once you've agreed to practice together, you need to establish what kind of medium you want to do that in. So I usually choose Skype. I think it's really easy. I just keep all my contacts in there and I only use Skype for my language practice. You can use either WhatsApp or FaceTime, whatever you want. It's important though that you use video. A lot of people tell me that they just do it over the phone. This, I don't think, is the best use of your time because you're not seeing their lips move, you're not seeing their mannerism, you're not seeing their eye contact, you're not seeing a lot of things that go with speaking. So you're only getting one half of it. So if you have nothing else, do it over the phone, but it's be a lot better if you do it with video. Now, for the second part of the video, once you have them, what are some rules that you should have when you're speaking to them? Number one is that you should respect each other's time. You have to show up on time and end on time. Now, if you're having a good time and you are in flow, you're practicing and it's going well, by all means, go ahead and keep going. If you're having a very stressful day and you've already been practicing for 5 minutes and you're like, this is not the day, you can end it. But remember, that time is your time. If you're having a good day and you're just stressed and you're like, oh my God, I'm wasting his time. You're not wasting his time. You're giving him or her 15 minutes and they're giving you 15 minutes. Those 15 minutes are yours. So make sure that you're using them. The second point is remember to switch on time. So if you're each doing 15 minutes, it's okay to let them finish up their thoughts and then speak. You don't have to be like, 15 minutes, we're done. But try to switch on time. Also, if you're the second person to speak, make sure you are starting the whole conversation over again. You don't have to talk about the same things, but make sure you start that introduction. This is something that I did not do for the first couple of years, and I wish I did. That first minute of conversation, oh, hey, how are you? How was your day? How's your week? That person gets all the benefits because if you, for example, in my French, I became a master at that first minute of conversation. And so I feel confident in speaking with anyone for that first minute, which is very important because a lot of people feel like they can talk about philosophy and history, but when it comes to simple, hey, how are you? How you been? What have you done today? They kind of freeze up. Very important to start. So if you're that second person, try to start that introduction. If I could recommend it, try to be the first person to go because that's when you get the most authentic, hey, how are you? And you really do treat each other like people. And the second one's a little bit more, not gimmicky, but it's a little bit more contrived and it's a little bit more forced, but still it's necessary. So if you can be the first person, try to. If not, be the second person, it's fine. Just make sure that you are practicing that introduction. Also, don't forget to practice your endings. It's something that we all forget to do, but this is where some people might come off as dry. Maybe you know all your verb tenses, you know all your subjunctives, but then how do you properly say goodbye in this language? In some languages, it's okay to be a little bit more affectionate. In some, it's a little better to be drier. Practice that too, no matter if you're the first person to go or the second. And that's it. Thanks for watching till the end. So if you're trying to figure out what topic to talk about with your language partner, I go in depth in the Native Spanish program that you can find more details about below. What are you going to find inside the program? You're going to find A, what topics to talk about, B,
how your journey should look like from beginner to advanced or from intermediate to advanced. And 3, you're gonna have an accountability group. You're gonna have me mentoring you, taking away any doubts or any fears that you have of how to learn Spanish with other like-minded individuals that are gonna go through the exact same journey as you. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and reach out to me if you have any questions about it. You can comment on this video below, you can email me, you can send me a DM on Instagram. Also on my website, you can book a 15-minute call with me if you have any questions, any doubts that you want me to answer. And I'll see you guys in the next video.